Next day. The courtroom is heavy with silence. David Collins sits at the witness stand, sworn in. He looks tired, haunted, but resolute. His eyes dart once to Emma in the gallery. Her quiet presence gives him strength. Rachel Myers steps forward. Rachel Myers. Mr. Collins, can you tell the jury about the night of March 12th? David shifts, hands gripping the edges of the witness chair. David. I heard the front door. It was late. I thought Emma had stayed at her friend's. But when I came downstairs, I saw her. His voice cracks. He closes his eyes, forcing the memory out. David, CONT'd. She was standing there in the hallway. Clothes torn. Bruised. Crying like I've never heard in my life. She couldn't even speak. She just collapsed in my arms. The courtroom is silent. Some jurors blink back tears. Emma stares down at her lap, trembling. Rachel Myers. And what did you do? David. I called the police. Took her to the hospital. I held her hand the whole way, telling her she'd be safe now. But inside, I knew nothing could erase what had happened. David's voice hardens, anger rising under the grief. David, CONT'd. He didn't just hurt her. He shattered her. And no father should ever have to see his child like that. Rachel lets the words linger, then nods softly. Rachel Myers. Thank you, Mr. Collins. No further questions. Rachel sits. Mark Benson rises slowly, fixing his tie, his voice deliberately calm. Mark Benson. Mr. Collins, you love your daughter very much, don't you? David. More than anything. Mark Benson. So much that you'd do anything to protect her. To shield her. Even, to believe her, no matter what she says? David bristles. His fists tighten. Rachel leans forward, ready to object. David. Steady, but shaking with emotion. I believe her because it's the truth. Mark Benson. But you weren't there that night, were you? You didn't see what happened. David glares, his voice rising. David. No, but I saw what it did to her. The jury watches him closely. Some nod, some hesitate. The weight of his words fills the air. Mark smirks faintly, satisfied he planted his seed of doubt. Mark Benson. No further questions. David sits back, fists trembling, breathing hard. He glances at Emma. Their eyes meet. She gives him the faintest nod, her way of saying, you did enough. Scene 8. Later. The atmosphere tightens. All eyes turn as Kyle Mercer takes the stand. Early 20s, clean cut, dressed in an expensive suit. He exudes entitlement wrapped in false humility. He raises his right hand for the oath, then sits. Mark Benson rises, flashing a reassuring smile to his client. Mark Benson. Kyle, can you tell the jury who you are? Kyle Mercer. My name is Kyle Mercer. I'm a student at Oakwood University. I come from here. This is my home. Mark Benson. Do you know Emma Collins? Kyle Mercer. Yes. We've known each other since high school. She's a sweet girl. Mark Benson. Tell us about the night of March 12th. Kyle clears his throat, lowering his gaze as if ashamed. Kyle Mercer. I offered her a ride. She said yes. We talked, laughed a little. One thing led to another. She kissed me first. David nearly jumps to his feet. Rachel places a hand firmly on his arm. The jury watches the tension crackle. Kyle Mercer, CONT'd. It was consensual. I swear it was. I never forced her. I never hurt her. Mark Benson. Did she ever say no? Kyle Mercer. Shakes his head. Not once. Mark steps aside, satisfied, letting the words sink in with the jury. Mark Benson. No further questions. Rachel Myers rises, calm but razor-sharp. She steps closer to Kyle, eyes locked on him. Rachel Myers. Mr. Mercer, you testified Emma never said no. Yet the medical report shows injuries consistent with violent assault. Can you explain that? Kyle Mercer. We were passionate. Maybe a little rough. But it was mutual. Rachel Myers. Mutual? Tell me, Mr. Mercer, why did Emma arrive home with bruises, torn clothing, and in a state of shock? Kyle shifts, his polished facade cracking slightly. Kyle Mercer. She regretted it afterward. She didn't want her father to know. So, she made up a story. Gasps ripple through the courtroom. David slams his fist on the bench but stays seated, barely restrained. Rachel Myers. So your claim is that Emma Collins fabricated everything, subjected herself to invasive medical exams, to this trial, to this humiliation, all to protect her father's feelings? Kyle stammers, sweat forming at his brow. Kyle Mercer. I don't know. Maybe. Rachel steps in, her voice sharp, each word a blade. Rachel Myers. Or maybe, Mr. Mercer, she's telling the truth, and you're the one lying to save yourself. The jury leans forward, riveted. Kyle tries to smile, but it's weak, unconvincing. Rachel Myers, CONT'd. No further questions. Rachel returns to her seat. The silence is deafening.